We're gonna go through the 13 best songs in the Kingdom Hearts series. Often when gamers debate what are the greatest gaming soundtracks out there, a few common ones appear on the board. Final Fantasy, obviously full of so many iconic tracks throughout its long legacy. Sonic the Hedgehog, a series with mixed opinions on the gameplay but universal praise when it comes to the music. And of course, our dearly beloved Kingdom Hearts. A series with so much versatility in its soundtrack that you can find something for almost any event. You need to go out for a jog? Try Sora's theme. Or maybe you just failed a test that you studied really hard for and you need some time to sulk. Or maybe you just need some good mystical music to start your daydreams. And other times you might just want to go for a swim.
Now where it's wetter, take it from me.
Regardless of the mood, Kingdom Hearts has a song that can match that energy in its massive library, plenty of which we need to give credit to Yoko Shimomura, as she's been the composer for the series since the very beginning, and I remember meeting her at the Kingdom Hearts Orchestra events, easily one of my most core Kingdom Hearts memories. Like, the music, it's so good, it's able to fill up theaters for people eagerly wanting to hear the music live. It's very much a core part of the Kingdom Hearts experience, so much so that the music can go even farther than the fandom itself, just being known as iconic music in the gaming space. So for this video, I'll be going through my 13 favorite tracks in the entire Kingdom Hearts series. I wanted to limit it to 13 since it's the series' magical number, and let me tell you, this might have been the hardest list I've ever done in my life. I went through every Kingdom Hearts song to pick out my favorites, and truly what an emotional roller coaster that was. But I did it, and I'm pretty happy with my selections, even if I was covered in my own tears and a slobbery mess by the end of it, as these 13 songs are the ones I have the biggest connection with, whether they send me back to a simpler time, or just remind me the heights the Kingdom Hearts series can reach with its music. This is easily my most subjective video yet, and I know a lot of people are gonna have some ranging opinions on this one. I can already see the comments about, like, how come you didn't include this one? It's a tale as old as time itself. These 13 also aren't in any specific order. I feel like I'd be pulling at strings trying to do that, but before I get into it, let me know in the comment section below if you can give me your top 3 Kingdom Hearts songs in the series. I know people get really passionate about this topic because music is something we connect to on such an emotional level. You can post more than 3, I just feel like that's a good range. And please be sure to hit that like button while you're down there. Truth be told, the evergreen content has been keeping us sustained through the Kingdom Hearts news drought, so your support on these videos does actually mean everything to me. But without further ado, these are the 13 best songs in the Kingdom Hearts series.
Who are you?
Oh, hey! So that's not supposed to happen.
What do you mean?
I mean, I'm just here organizing my 13 favorite songs.
He must be with Organization 13.
Nope, not with the organization, just organizing for my love of Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts? I'm supposed to believe that? Out with it, nobody. Where's Kairi?
Nobody? All right, now that's just rude. And Kairi, I've got no reason to lie about that. I don't know where she is.
Lie? And just who are you trying to fool? Where's Kairi?
Fool, I told you I'm not lying. I don't know where she is.
Really?
Yes, and regardless, I think you're better off without her anyway.
What did you just say?
I mean, I don't mean to be rude, she just looks like she's a little in the way.
Say that again.
Oh, I'm supposed to be scared? You're like 4 feet tall.
What a hag.
Like, come on, stop. Are you kidding me? This hurts my back.
Thunder!
Hold on! Alright, you done? You're done? No, Tama, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it! Help!
Anyone from the organization who'd like to be next?
Oh man, that kid has anger issues. Where am I now? Okay, this is fine. I still got my camera and stuff at least. So let's just try to keep the ball rolling. Maybe I'll find a way out of here. Hopefully. These are the 13 best songs in the Kingdom Hearts series. Funfair, also known as the world theme for Prankster's Paradise, is always such a treat to listen to. It's pretty lighthearted to capture the tone of this world, with Sora and Riku entering the land of Pinocchio and friends, this being the first time we're actually in the world they originate from, as we do encounter these characters back in Kingdom Hearts 1 with Monstro, but this time they're back with an entire new location to explore. It perfectly captures that feeling of being in a carnival for the first time. All of the colorful lights, exciting rides, and all the junk food you could imagine. It very much holds that feelings of whimsy that aligns with Sora, the sense of childlike adventure that goes along with attending attending a carnival. This song in particular is one that I use in almost all of my Kingdom Hearts videos. It's an upbeat melody that isn't too overbearing either, making it for perfect ambience for my videos. So I'm definitely showing my bias since this is one that is always up in Adobe Premiere. It also works as an excellent melody for a well-paced walk outside. Just provides enough light energy to capture the essence of the world. Dream Drop Distance is full of bangers, but this one always stuck out to me. One of my favorites from this game for sure. Character themes are prevalent throughout Kingdom Hearts and ultimately attempt to capture what our characters are like. Sora's theme is cheerful to match his childlike personality and positive attitude. Riku is a bit more mysterious and foreboding, linking directly to his relationship with the darkness. But if I had an absolute favorite theme, it's going right towards Naminé. I've already done a deep dive on how Naminé is one of my favorite characters in the series, and her theme song goes right along with it. The song itself provides a feeling of sadness, representing her time in isolation, but it isn't a depressing song as the harp in the background picks up the vibes, giving the song a bit more hope. The same hope she has as Sora continues to climb the castle to find her. And that's the entire journey of Chain of Memories, as Sora needs to get deeper in the castle to find out who he thinks is his long lost friend, even though she knows he's showing up with memories against his own will. But there's still a part of her that's excited to see Sora, as even though they never met before in real life, she's still very much attached to him on a spiritual level. The duality of the sadness and hope in this track perfectly captures who Naminé is. It's also just a pleasant melody on the ears. I love listening to the harp go back and forth, almost as if it's to represent the feeling of butterflies, that ecstatic energy that feels untethered inside of us when we really care about someone. Truly one of my favorite character themes in the series. Rowdy Rumble is up there as one of the best battle themes. It plays the majority of the time through Kingdom Hearts 2, and usually happens when one of the Disney characters are up to no good, making it this fun and jumping track where it really does feel like a rumble. This is the kind of song I'd imagine during a black and white boxing match, see? It's a bit lighter than the other songs, but it plays during the most appropriate moments. It's just a nice reminder that at the end of all this, Sora is just still a teenager. He's still young and just wants to have a good time, but all these silly bad guys just keeps getting in the way. Perfect song to match that tone. If I had a standout moment, it has to be from Kingdom Hearts 3. So Kingdom Hearts 3 takes a lot of songs from older Kingdom Hearts games and reuses them in smaller sections throughout the game. I want to make a whole video about this because I think it's incredibly fascinating, but that's a topic for another day. In this case, Rowdy Rumble returns when facing off against the carriage boss in the Kingdom of Corona, and this version just goes absolutely insane. The addition of the bongos in the track just brings it to new heights for me. This is the version of the song that plays when you pick up a Yoshi. Enter the Darkness being Vanitas' battle theme in Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. It's another one of those character melodies that is able to encapsulate them perfectly. With Vanitas being a being of complete darkness, the music has a bit of a primal sound to it. Just a sound that is able to feel pure evil. It's able to successfully capture his aggressiveness while also maintaining his connection in the story. For example, in the middle of the song just gets faster to give this feeling of anxiety to the player, as if Vanitas is hunting them down around the battlefield. Also, damn, this one is just pleasant on the ears. The drums always get me to dance. I also like the addition of Sora's theme right in the middle of the track. Considering Vanitas' connection to Sora, it's nice to see his theme being played nice and low-key. The original from Birth by Sleep is my favorite, but the version for Remind is pretty good too. I guess I just prefer the drums over the electric guitar, but both are able to capture that Vanitas energy. That feeling of looming darkness as if it was chasing you in the night. Up there with Naminé as one of my favorite character themes. It's impossible to talk about a Kingdom Hearts music list and not talk about Dearly Beloved. Every Kingdom Hearts game has opened its title screen with a different version of the song. Even if you don't know anything about Kingdom Hearts, this is a song that transcends the series, being a key tone that is immediately associated with the PlayStation 2 era. It's often when I would just boot up the game just to chill here on the title screen. It's so relaxing and sets the stage of the grand adventure that is going to unfold. Thinking about Kingdom Hearts 2's version and how you can hear the waves in the background, it's one of the most tranquil songs to hit the entire planet, and each version is slightly different, but everyone has their own favorite. I think about the upbeat version that came with Kingdom Hearts Unchained Key. Then of course the swing version we got in Melody of Memory. A song so iconic it made its way to Smash Bros as a special unlockable if you have a save of Melody of Memory on your Nintendo Switch. Regardless which version is your favorite, this is the perfect song to sum up Kingdom Hearts. It invokes such a feeling of nostalgia inside of me every time I hear it. To know that this is one of the first things you hear when booting up the game, always offered a feeling of comfort. It's like returning home after being away for a long time. This is a cornerstone of the series, and I'm excited to hear the future versions when they eventually release. Functioning as the final battle theme for Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days, Vector to the Heavens sets the stage for this climactic final battle, as Roxas and Xion must face off against each other in Twilight Town, two friends forced to fight against each other for the greater good of the world. The sadness in every Keyblade swing, the progressive destruction of their friendship, all unfolding in this single moment. Regardless of all the despair, the song can be upbeat enough for a final battle theme, almost as if the song was crying for help itself. I remember hearing this back in the day on my Nintendo DS, and I couldn't believe the power that Yoko Shimomura was able to get out of the DS hardware, like really push this game and the music to its limits. And every version of Vector to the Heavens that has appeared has been an absolute winner. The version of Remind is one of my most replayed tracks in my own playlist. Not nearly as sad this time around, but really sets the stage when facing off against Data Xion. The electric guitar here just goes absolutely insane to keep that energy, and this battle is one of the toughest in the game. A perfect track for reprising this emotional final battle.
So, it seems your hearts have led you to obliteration. Perhaps it doesn't pay to be too loyal to one's heart. I will have to be sure and remember that.
Oh my god. This entire sequence for Kingdom Hearts 2 deserves to be in a museum. First off, the song being titled something direct, like a fight to the death, goes incredibly hard. Like they could have called it something more mysterious or subtle, but going right with a fight to the death, they were not messing around. Shortly after entering the final door in the world that never was, our heroes are separated from one another, and Sora, Donald, Goofy, and Riku keep pushing forward, literally tearing through this massive city to get Zenus, who rests at the very top. The song perfectly captures the epicness of the situation, as Sora is flying from building to building, making this place look like his bitch. This is the official beginning of the end and sets the stage of everything to come after it. It's also just a sequence that makes you feel so sick for getting through it. This is one of those songs that goes super hard for like workout music. If you don't feel like you have super strength listening to this, then you clearly don't have ears. I do love how the music doesn't stop until after you defeat Zenus at the very top, giving you a good chunk of time with this song. Considering it only plays during this moment, I think they did a lot with the time they had. I knew this was going to be one of my favorite Kingdom Hearts songs before the game even dropped. I remember hearing this play in trailers and I instantly fell in love with the magic. It's a very Christmassy tone to it, which makes sense for it being the theme for Arendelle, a snow level. And I know a lot of people have different opinions on this world, but you know, I think it's pretty decent. I like spending time here and exploring with Sora and finding all of the hidden items, and having this song play in the background just makes the experience so much better. This is another song that I use all the time in my older videos, captures that positive feeling, maybe even makes me want to go sledding. But this part right here, I genuinely feel like I'm transcending. I really do think it's one of the best world themes in the series. Snow levels in particular are always known to have really great music in video games. Grateful that Kingdom Hearts is able to keep that trend. I wish I could capture the feeling this song gives me in a bottle and just keep it forever. Twilight Town has always been a place of comfort for me. From the sandlot where they host their struggle matches, to the haunted mansion resting on the other side of the forest. The song captures the feeling of spending those last days of summer vacation, the excitement of spending those moments with your friends, and the sadness that this time will eventually come to an end. The balance of these attributes, the lights and the darkness, make it perfect as a song for a place like this. Twilight itself is the transition from light to darkness. Could be another analogy of what it feels like to grow up. I also want to point out the Kingdom Hearts 2.5 version real quick, as when they remade the games for the PlayStation collections, they also remade the music as well, and the 2.5 version of Lazy Afternoons allows you to hear every single guitar string, like so. I like hearing the twang of the guitar. It feels as if this is a Twilight Town street performer playing the songs themselves. Really sets the tone of the realness in this remaster. But most importantly, this song just feels like home to me. I know I can always come back to Twilight Town and see how everyone is doing. The world and the music makes me want to do that. So many good memories listening to Lazy Afternoons. So most songs in Kingdom Hearts are fairly broad when they play, and what I mean by that is most songs are reused throughout the game. Like for example, the Organization 13 theme is played whenever they appear on the screen. Although the Kingdom Hearts 2 team put in a little extra effort in this moment by creating an entirely new track just to play in this moment alone. The Showdown at Hollow Bastion is a Kingdom Hearts song that is 48 seconds long and only appears in this sequence, as Sora and friends need to work together to face off against the 1000 Heartless. The fact that they made this song for this moment alone just shows its epicness. The way the song itself goes with the cutscene and matches its every move, like the moment the music decides to fade out when Sora jumps and the camera zooms in. This song was made for this moment right here and it shows. The stakes could not be higher as the Heartless are getting ready to take over. Now, Sora needs to face them all alone, and this is still one of the series' coolest moments. The battle itself is fairly basic, but the build up to this moment is what made it so memorable. Not only that, but somehow getting the PlayStation 2 to run all of these character models at once, I remember this blowing my mind. My commentary on this song is probably going to already be longer than the song itself, but I do wish there were more scripted songs in Kingdom Hearts. If this is what they could do with a few seconds, I can only imagine if there's another scripted sequence down the line that they can work with.
You really do remember me this time. I'm so flattered!
This song makes me want to fight right now! Ah! Acting as the battle theme for many members of the organization, the 13th struggle is such a banger. Are you kidding me? You know it's gonna be serious when they start throwing this song on. With it being directly tied to the organization, one of the series' primary antagonists, then it's obviously going to be played at the important narrative moments. Obviously, the most famous being this one. I remember hearing this for the first time in Kingdom Hearts 2 and pulling out that second Keyblade, an absolute core memory to this day. I think the track itself captures both the elegance and the chaoticness of the organization, with the organization itself working quietly and effectively in the silence, but when it's time for them to rise, they step up and lash out. Of course, they're no match for Sora and friends, but anytime this song plays, I know I'm in for an incredible boss fight. This song is so good that it appears in Kingdom Hearts Remind twice, once for Luke's sword and another for Larxene, but the tracks are drastically different. They knew they just couldn't include it once. The 13th struggle is just that good. Look, I'm not even going to try and pronounce this name. I'm just going to save us all the embarrassment. So Zenus' battle theme in Dream Drop Distance was such a pleasant surprise. First off, the intro sounds like I'm about to fight Dracula. As Sora is chasing his dreams in Drop Distance, he needs to face off against a version of Zenus that literally throws buildings at you. I remember not liking too many bosses in this game, but the Zenus one was always so cinematic and theatrical. I was excited to be able to bob and weave some buildings when they were available. Of course, I was setting a balloon and running away every chance I could, so who's really here to talk about challenge? The song itself is a banger, but it's also incredibly menacing. I'm also so grateful that this is the version they chose when choosing Zenus' song for Remind. That version right here carried me into success. Data Zenus in Remind is my favorite of the bunch, and the song is a big part of it. Of course, the battle is a blast too. So many times I've been pelted by these lasers. It'll be hard to imagine hearing this song again in the future unless they bring back Zenus. Regardless, I'm grateful for all the versions we have so far. Okay, so I know I said that these weren't in any particular order. Well, that is true for all of them except for the last one, as this song is one of the reasons I'm a Kingdom Hearts fan to even begin with. I can pinpoint the exact moment when I went from being a casual consumer to it developing into a hyperfixation, and it's right here. Sanctuary in Kingdom Hearts 2 is another one of those tracks that transcends the game. Created by Utada Hikaru, I remember being a kid and booting this up for the first time. Games around this time did have video game music, but it wasn't common for songs to have words in them, let alone a full-blown animated music video right at the very beginning. I remember my brain just exploding all over the walls. I didn't know games could be a vessel for storytelling like TV and movies. When I was a kid, I would just boot up my PS2, start a new save file, and just watch this intro again and again. And while we've gotten new opening themes throughout the years, this one is still my favorite. I think it helps that this opening only has to focus on the storyline for 2 games, as future Kingdom Hearts intros have to include so much from so many different titles that have released. Also, I'm mortified to include this in this video, since YouTube copyright system is pretty aggressive for Utada's songs, so maybe if I don't shut up we should be fine. Regardless, this is my favorite Kingdom Hearts track. It's a song that brought me on this crazy train, and I've been happily on it ever since. But these are my 13 favorite songs in the Kingdom Hearts series. The music of Kingdom Hearts is very fundamental to its identity. It's a key part in immersing ourselves in its magical world, from serious to depressing to just plain old goofy. The Kingdom Hearts series has a song for almost every occasion. I remember when they added the series to Spotify, and I was so excited to finally have easy access to all of these songs, as I'll be listening for several years to come. Thank you all so much for watching. Now, I gotta find a way out of here, so please be sure to comment, like, subscribe, and stay awesome. Hello? Hello? Anybody out there?